Good day to you all who is watching my channel right now. This is actually gonna make you think, oh my god, this is like astonishing. Basically, this is gonna be a story between fear, the chaos around us, and everything else, and be and behold the good Lord. Okay, my intuition theory on this whole pandemic situation stuff that we're all in is the fear of the devil himself. I personally think that between heaven and earth, we live on this earth because God created us, every single human being on this earth. There is a time and place where we need to believe in Him in every day, because the pandemic can be endemic, and we need that to happen. This is why this is going to be a fortune-telling story, because there are lot of answers that I need to understand. There is proof that I have cards on the table that you will see in a moment of time. I'm not, making everyone all scared or anything like that, or fear or anything like that. But we have to stay positive as much as we can, okay? There is a place for all of us to understand how we are going to get along with this pandemic, okay? The only one who created the pandemic, we know his name. He prowls around like a lion. He used to live on this amazing earth before we even were on it, okay? I'm trying to help as much as I can. I'm like, in a way, of God's little helper, which means I personally believe in God, as in Jesus, but I'm also trying to persuade things where I'm trying to focus on the positive stuff and not the negative, okay? The negative can get to lots of people in some way, okay? But we need support. We need support as best we can, because in ways where we think about isolation and staying at home and we can't do, and we think about working, and then we are fear. That's what the whole situation is, because we have the good and we have the bad, like the two ways, right? We have to balance that. It's like a balancing act, right? That's why I personally think that I'm trying to help as much as I can. Believe in the possibility of being Christianity, because every single person who's out there has to believe in some way, in some form. Yes, God is around us in so many ways, but we have to understand where He wants us to follow Him, okay? There is a path where we don't want to believe and think, oh, we're going to go into heck. It's a good word to say that. You can look it up and say what heck is. But I'm gonna leave that to you all. But anyway, before I get back to the fortune telling story, because I have my paper and I have my but anyway, yeah, we have to guarantee you this, because like I say, there is a war zone still, right? There's a 50-50 chance where we need to get this warfare be gone and be done with, right? God created us for all of us, but sometimes there is good and sometimes there's bad, right? Every person has to believe, because miracles do happen in some ways. Miracles do happen. Because what I'm going to do, okay, I know that this can be not suspicious, but what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to fix the whole entire problem about COVID-19 that everyone's worried about, and they want to get sick and they want to die from it and all that stuff. Okay, it drives me up the wall. Okay, and it drives everyone else up the wall at the same time. So, personally, that COVID-19, I'm gonna say it could be a random flu. It could be, maybe lots of diseases stuff that I don't even know of. But in some shape, in some form, these vaccines that we will have in place, we are actually halfway through the tunnel. I know that the news is saying we are going through the tunnel. Yes, we are. But you know what? For me, personally, I'm doing the halfway through the halfway through tunnel. Okay. People have to believe and follow spirituality in some shape and form in what they want to do. Because personally, for my intake of all this, it's a bunch of nonsense. It is. But that's why there's fear going on. There's chaos. There's lots of negative. There's lots of stuff going on. We have to improve ourselves to get the fear out of our way. Okay. We have to get that away, because there is a light there's a light out of the tunnel. Okay. I understand that there are lots of people who are afraid of that, and even the whole darn world. Okay. Every single country, everything, everybody. But apparently that I'm trying to discover in my own situation is where I think about the positive, not the negative crap. Nothing. Okay. We have to think one way. Okay. Because yes, people believe that COVID-19 is everywhere. Yes, it is. But we have to understand of a way to figure this out. If people have to relax, stay calm, be safe, be kind, be patient, okay? We have to do that in a good way. In a good way. In a good way. Because there is a life is on hold. Okay? Everyone's going to work, everyone's going home, everyone's going to do this, everyone's going to do that. Okay? But we have to, in my situation, we have to support. We have to support, okay? Because I just got a feeling that my intuition is right. Okay, what's happening? From everything that I said, between the other story that I did, back my other videos, look that up. Okay, look at that part about the chess, everything else. Okay, not chess, not this part. Chess as just playing game, right? That's what people have to believe in. I personally probably imagine it. Okay. Personally, for me, it could be non believe, which means they make believe and everything else. No, it's not. When you believe in something, you gotta face it, right? You have to face it in order to succeed and have victory. Okay. I personally prayed. I personally helping. I'm personally doing everything what I'm trying to do. Okay. There is a push and pull situation here, a push and pull scenario from the plus and the minus, right? And if we have a minus plus a minus is a plus. And if we have a minus plus a minus equals a minus, right? Not a plus. If you understand about that, because that is mathematics, okay? It's math, okay? Because everyone has personalities, they have different traits, they have different situations, they have different energies, they have different the whole shebang of it, right? And this is not bamboozled. It's a good word to say, but it's not. But we have to believe that we can understand how this is going. Okay? There is a biological thing that I'm trying to help as much as I can. Every viewer, everybody around me, everybody else. Because personally, everyone has to believe in some way. Okay? Even if you're watching the news and then, stuff is going around, right? Chaos and miscommunication and all this stuff, right? We have to believe in our own selves that we can do this. Not on our own, but everyone can do it in their own separate bubble. But when you believe in your own situations, okay, you have to understand how I'm going through, which means I'm helping everybody else. Like, what I mean is my whole entire viewers on here, okay? That's what I'm trying to do. But there's a way that we can figure this out. Okay, there's an old saying. If there's a will, there is a way, right? We have to believe that. We have to stay positive as much as we can. Okay? We have to. Because there's no right, there's no wrong. Everyone has rights, everyone has wrongdoings, everyone has nothing. But people have to stay positive as much as they can. Right? It's like rolling a dice. It's like if you win 6, you win. If you win 1, you only win, right? But we have to figure this out in the whole darn situation that we're all having, right? Like the whole planet, like the whole world that we have. Okay, we have to understand how we are going through, right? Because in my defense, right, I'm actually helping a lot of people. Okay, a lot. Even if they have situations, even if they don't. But I do see their energies, which means if they're saying hi, if they're saying hello, if they're saying how are you doing, that's a good sign. But if they don't talk, then they will give you a silent treatment. And when they give you a silent treatment, then obviously they won't even talk to you. They will ignore you, right? People have to not ignore about the news. Okay, people don't want to do that. right? That would be a bad thing to do. That's a negative thing. But if we turn that negative into a positive, we can switch it, right? When I go back into ES, stands for emotion switch, we have to do that, right? We have to negotiate as we work. We have to negotiate and think, okay, we're going to think about the positive. Yes, do that. But what happens if we don't think about the positive and we go into the negative? No. The negative will drive you into like see my hand towards my arm, my elbow. The elbow is like the hole. Okay, everyone has to be here, right? Everyone has to be on this side, not this side. Everyone has to be on this side to stay positive, right? If you're in the negative, you're going to be stuck in that hole, and then you're going to be stuck at it, right? That's the fear. That's the fear, right? People don't want to be into fear. They have to stay positive as much as they can. As much as they can, okay? Now, this is what I'm going to do, okay? You will see my face, and I'm going to move the camera down so you can see what my cards are doing, okay? Then I'll read. You will hear me read more words, okay? Okay, here we go. So this is what I'm going to do. Personally, we have this card and we have this card, okay? So we have, if you think about, oh, why are you putting these cards up? Or asking me that question, okay? If you are asking me that question, this is how I'm going to perform this situation, okay? This is what I have, okay? We have the two of clubs, we have the 10 of diamonds, we have the 3 of clubs, and we have the ace of diamonds, okay? And we have that in that situation here, okay? But we don't know what this dilemma is, okay? This is between a fortune-telling story / what's going to happen. So in this case, this involves the whole entire zodiac sign. Okay, I know that you don't see the other cards that I'm not going to have, but this is what's going to show. Okay, if you are earth, fire, water, and air, all those 4 zodiac signs, this is what's going to happen. Okay, this is what's going to happen. Believe me, I know. So this is what I'm going to read. So this is what it's going to say. So it says my graph on. So we have the numerology is 12, okay, and I will check back. Well, not that. Okay. Anyway, we have 3 questions, and then these are the 3 answers. Okay. This is how what's good and evil coming about. What's happening? So we have, who is isolated? We have the 2 of clubs. The 2 of clubs represents, it says number 1 is fear to cooperate. So we have air, water, fire, and earth. All these signs. Okay? That's a lot of signs. And so fear to cooperate. So if people are fearing cooperation, okay? And they're not cooperating, and they say, oh, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't want to believe in the news. I don't want to do it. I want to, want to participate in something else. I don't want to cooperate with others. I want to be mean. I want to be rude. I want to be anything. If you are implying to that, you are into a negative zone, which means a negative vibe. Okay. Like I say, when we go back to that ES, emotion switch, get that out of there. Okay? It involves chaos. It involves everything else. And I know who's actually doing it, right? And I know his name. I know his name. But this is what's happening. Okay, this is what's happening. Because the fear to cooperate, okay, from air, fire, earth, and water. All these zodiac signs that we have, okay, from January all the way to December. That's all the zodiac signs I have. The whole situation that we are going through right now is actually ballistic ambush. Okay, fear to cooperate is actually a pain in your behind. Yeah, this is how I'm talking about. Okay, I know what you're saying. Oh, this is not a fortune telling story. It's not, but this is how I'm actually understanding how this is going. Okay, fear to cooperate. That's like conflict. People don't want to have miscommunication, violence, anger, anything else that represents that. Okay, that's bad. Okay, even doing riots and everything else. Okay, that's bad too, and protests, and you know what I mean. But we have to stand on our guard to 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 be significant in understanding this whole entire process. Because we need success and victory, okay, to win, right? I understand that all my viewers don't like COVID-19, and all my viewers are staying at home and all this stuff, and they don't want to do it, and they don't want to do that, and blah, blah, blah. I know. That's fear of to cooperate, or fear of isolation. Staying at home a lot, not going out, not going to see anybody, blah, blah, blah. Right? Yes, it is staying home. That's great. That's great. I love it. But don't get that down by your past. Don't. It will lead you into a bad solution, right? Or a bad problem that won't find a solution. Even if you want to look at the positive in life, okay? So just don't procrastinate it. What that means, don't put it off the back burner and leave it there. Have it with you. Have it with you like a toolbox. Keep it with you all the time, right? That's your positive. The whole world has to listen to spiritualities. The whole world should, or would, or could, whatever they want to. But it's their decision, not mine. It's their decision, right? And that's only for the Two of Clubs. So now Now I just got everyone's attention on here. Okay. So every sign from January to December, that's the whole entire sign. Okay. Like the zodiac sign. That's a lot. From Capricorn, Aquarius, everybody else. You go down that way. Keep it narrow, right? Keep it that. And there's a list going through. That's why there's 12 of the numerology. This is the second question. Okay? The second question is for number the three of clubs, we'll say, who made the cases gone up? Number 2, it says entertainers. Big large group, more than 10 people. So, in that recommendation of all entertainers around the world, everybody else, when you have a large group of more than 10 people, okay, that's a lot of people, okay. If you were seeing that on the Super Bowl on the news, that's a lot of people that were watching that performance, right? That's almost like 50,000 people, almost. I don't know, but that's a lot of people, right? There is a way where we have to divide by in half, from 50,000 people to 25,000 people, right? That's a big chunk, right? That's a big wow, in a way. Okay, we have to believe that the cases, COVID-19 cases, if the case has gone up, that means that the people are not listening. Okay, that's all I can say. If the cases go down, a lot of people will understand how the curve is going through. The curve needs to go like this, right? But it has to go down. And the longer it goes down, the longer it's going to go down. Like flat and be gone. But when more people aren't paying attention or aren't listening or ignorance or ignorant or anything like that, the cases will jump, like skyrocketing high. Like more than 10 cases. That's how I'm trying to figure this out. Because when the case has gone down, you will see the people who are good listeners, they will know that this curve is flat. But when the cases are gone up, this curve is going to go up. And this is just right here, and they will totally miss it. Like my hand is doing. This part and this part are not connecting. But when, like this one. Now, if this hand here is up here, we can flatten it like this. Okay? But everyone is not working down that road. Everyone's not working down that line. People have to rely on a good motivation of thinking this through. Think about this as a jigsaw puzzle. If every viewer that I have on here who has jigsaw puzzles, a puzzle, you start from the corners, you work towards the other side of the corners, that's 4 corners, and then you get to the middle, okay? And then the whole puzzle is complete. Figure about this as COVID-19 puzzle. You have the start, you have the middle, you have the end. We have these sides. We have this side. We have this side. But the only thing that we're missing is this part. This part here. That's the middle part. We have to, everyone has to look at that middle part. Okay? Look at the middle. Don't look at the sides. Okay? We got that covered. What I mean is, if I said we got that covered, oh, great, the pandemic is over. No, it's not. But here's my theory. Okay, here's my theory. If we have the middle part here, okay, we have to. I had the word. I just had the word. We need to figure this out. Okay, that's all we can do. Okay, is figure this out, because when we have vaccines, when we have everything else that we have, even we have health workers, authorities, everything else, and belief, if we add that all together, this whole chaos, shaboom, kibosh slash ambush slash bamboozled, then this whole entire pandemic will be over. But there is an old saying, is if there's a will, there is a way. That's a good solution. Because if we find the problem, we're going to find the solution. It's good. Because if the people, everyone, from country to the whole, everything else, if we add that together and mash it up into this middle, into my hands, and into the middle of it, and it only is like a sliver going down, okay, with all these little bits of sand and everything else. If we do that, we could do it together. Everyone is a part of this whole entire situation, okay? Like me, everybody else around me. Even the whole planet has to realize that when we have different kinds of stuff in the whole entire world, like, I don't know, chaos, destruction, destroy, manipulation, arguments, difficulties, conflicts, fear, anxiety, all these words that I'm saying out loud. That's what the devil is trying to do. Okay? Get yourself out. Because number two, when you have big, large groups, more than 10 people, you gather. Don't gather in situations. Don't. Leave it be as it is. Because if you look at the country, a different country that is just gone way too high of the cases, as in USA, United States of America. Yeah, they are in an actual bad luck situation. Okay, that's all I can say there. Yeah, because the cases are not going down. They are just skyrocketing. It's skyrocketing, like going way too high. For us as a nation and the whole world has to believe. Believe, 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 believe. Because in order to believe and pray and everybody else, there is a solution to have the problem out. Completely out. Think about this as, I don't know, Avengers. Think about this where Thanos is the evil one, and the heroes are the good one. Okay? Now think about heaven and earth. Who created the whole entire planet? Who gave us his life before he passed? Okay? Now I don't know what you're thinking right now. Just roll with me with it, okay? Now you add everything up together. Whoever who's playing Thanos and prowls around like a lion and everybody else, we know his name. It's in the Bible. Who are the heroes? The good Lord. Now, we have the good. We have the bad. You add that together. That is caused by destruction. Right now, there's a give and there's a take. We have to understand what this is going through, okay? You can go back to my videos as what I can say to you. You can go back to the chess. You can go back to everything that I said about that silver coin, and that was very, very real. Yes. I met him before, okay? The evil, right? But we have to understand that we can get this whole entire situation done. Now remember, we only stopped by number 2 question. I haven't did the 3 and everybody else, okay? So this is biological to the 3 question, okay? And everyone's following that. This is going to be good for everyone. Pay attention. Is everyone following the health orders? That's a good question. This is what the answer is for number 3. This is special establishment is a powerful people who control a country. We know who that is. The government, the health officials, the WHO, everybody, the whole entire planet, governments, Europe, Canada, United States, every single thing, okay? You add that. So the people who control a country is the ones that we have to have, where they can do stuff that we can't. That's why our prayers can be answered, because vaccines are in place. Right now, vaccines are delayed, but they are going through it. Then people will have vaccinated, every single person on this planet. You have that. Then after that, then you have others. Then after that, then hopefully the endemic. But in the way how I see it, we have the first, second, third in home base. If you look at that in the baseball field, okay, you have home, you have first, second, third. Okay, that's the 4. Okay, number 4. We have to, as a nation, and the whole entire planet, we have to do that. Okay, that's why I'm like between ahead of the news and not slow. The news is, well, it's wavy. What I mean is, it's like there's this news talking, there's this news is talking, there's this news, there's news, there's this and this and this and this and this. You add that. One person will say another, one person is going to be, you add that, boom. Right? Miscommunication. Chaos. Riot. Damage. Destruction. Destroy. Everything else. Yeah. We don't want that happen. People who control a country, they have to do that. They have to do that in some way, in some form. I guarantee you, because like I say, if there's a will, there is a way. We need to find the way and not going back to the will part. A will is like farewell. But no. We, as a nation, the whole entire fiasco, the whole entire world that God, our Creator, invented, okay? We have to pray to Him every single day. Once a day, once a morning, once an evening, once an afternoon, month, year, week, all those things, okay? You add that to that. Now, this whole entire thing is like the COVID-19 puzzle, okay? Because we have to not fear, but there's another old saying. Slow and steady wins the race, okay? Let's go back to that, okay? Slow and steady wins the race. What that means is we have to participate. We have to don't fear. We have to stay positive. Okay? That's what we need to do. Because in order to succeed, we have victory. But if we can't have succeed and victory, we are going to fail. And we don't want that to happen. We don't. But as a world that God, our Creator, created, we have to believe in Him. The whole situation is the problem. The whole situation is the solution. Okay? I'm like feeling like a speech person, in a way. But I'm trying to help as much as I can. As much as I can. Furthermore, That's the third. Okay? Now, when we go back to the Ace of Diamonds here, the Ace of Diamonds says, I want and the I need. What that is, meaning I want and the I need, which means that they want and you need. People have to want the vaccine. People need it so they don't get sick. The one part is a, what should I say? Not a gift. Well, a gift, yes, a gift. Yes, a gift. Or a need. A need is a gift. I want is to receive. Okay? Now figure this out about us praying, us having a meditation, everything else. You add that. Okay? Our prayer will go up. Okay? Then who the one who's receiving it will answer back. Okay? Now figure this out. Figure this out. This is caused by a push and pull scenario. Who's pushing? Who's pulling? Right? Is it the donkey or is it you? You know? I'm just being funny. But we have to uh, push, then pull. Because if we pull, we're going to hurt something. If we push, we get stronger, right? Like our muscles and everything else, okay? But as a nation, as a world, everything else, we have to have support. The support is good. If we don't have the support, then all heck is gone loose, right? But we don't. People, as a nation, as the whole world, has to believe that this is a push and pull scenario of COVID-19, the virus, everything else, okay? I suspect and suspicion that COVID-19, yes, it's already here. Yes, everyone's afraid of it. Yes, everyone's fearing about it. But I believe in my own mind. This is how I'm not calling myself, I have no idea what word I would say. But this is like me trying to be a spokesperson to you, like a speech person, to help everyone out there. Okay? So, what picture does this remind you of? This is a question. I'm going to show you one of my cards. And this is going to be of every single viewer, every single person, everybody on this planet is going to read this. Okay? This is what it is. It's this card. What picture does this remind you of? This is the dolphin. And it says, cooperate with others. So, please nod. Cooperate. cooperate with others. You have to do that because everybody has to cooperate. If you don't have cooperation, it's gone. The whole shebang, the whole shamboozled, everything else. I don't know what shamboozled is. I don't know. The whole karmic, the whole energy, the whole everything else. That would be thrown out the window. Okay? We, as a whole nation, the whole world, we have to cooperate with others. Every single country, every single body, everyone. We have to be involved. Every single nation, every single country, everybody. Because figure this out. Who's the one who's making the mess? Who's the one that was playing chess with? Who was winning it? Who was wanting fear by everybody? Who's manipulation? Who's doing isolated stuff? Who's having negative energies? Who's, yes, we know his name. Okay? Because, it might guarantee you this is what is happening. There is a cross picture that we have on a piece of paper that you will see in a moment. And then I will read every single thing. Okay? This is like a fortune telling story that is real. Because I'm like the head of the news. If you want to ask me so many questions and answers and everything else, I will give them to you. But in my theory, we need, as a nation, as the whole world, needs help. In order to help, in order to succeed and have victory. If we don't have help, if we don't have succeed in triumph and victory, we all are gonna fail. And that's bad. Bad luck. And we don't want that to happen. Okay? So, in that regards, okay, I personally will read. Okay? And I'll show you this here. So we have the church cross that's in the middle. Okay? We have the church cross here, church cross here. Everything else is around. So I'm going to put this here. You see about the see how this is the church cross here, and then there's a church cross here, and yeah, and there's a church cross here. All the information I'm telling you is real. So here is what it is. The first one, so it says look at 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, 3, and 4. But I already said about number 3 already. this is what's happening. Number one is fear of the devil and not the viruses. Yes, people are getting sick. Yes, people are fear about that and everything else because they don't want to get sick. They don't want to pass away. They want to stay alive on this planet. I agree. But you know what? When I just said that word, yes. Okay, he's making the whole entire mess. Absolutely. Because in my mind, before COVID-19 even happened, when we go back to that December 31st, 2019, when Jesus and the evil spirit, they were both playing chess. And the only one who's winning was the evil spirit. Because everyone wants to support Jesus Christ. The evil spirit doesn't want people chanting and Christianity and all that stuff. He wants to manipulate them and make them fear and chaos and all this stuff. Right? And he makes up lies and all that stuff. But we have to get him freaking out. We have to do that. But when every Christian that is out there is feeling miserable, distressed, and anxiety, and fear, and everything else, that's the devil talking. That is him. And then the viruses, okay, well, the viruses, well, already, the whole world already knows already. But I'm going to say that there's a virus that is maybe the flu. That's the only thing. You have cold, you have flu, you have everything else. Okay? That's what that is. Because people are not washing their hands, people are not doing personal hygiene, not everyone's getting ill and all that stuff. But you know, we have to, the whole nation, number one, the whole world, the whole nation, everything else. If we don't fear him, then we fear on the good spirit that everyone believes in. Okay? This is how my theory goes. This is how it is. Okay, I'm kind of like getting excited already. So we have that. Number two, don't go any high events like as riots or gatherings, like more than 10 people. Because in that regards, if we look at number two, like entertainers on big large groups, more than 10 people, if we look at that, what I said before, don't do that. Because the more people that you gather, the more people of those positive, like a lot, right? We have to social distance, okay? Everyone has to social distance, okay? Don't know how long, don't know how long it is. But the more social distancing, it's kind of like having a friendship with somebody, okay? I'm doing two topics, okay? When we look at friendships, okay? Friendships are good. You're being with somebody, you're having a good friendship, but the longer that you stay distant, like here, and you have one that's here, of this hand, the longer that you have social distancing, the more periods of time where this person here is waiting for this person to show up. The longer that this person is going this way and the long person is going that way, that means that they are social distancing, where they won't be able to see each other, right? And they're social distancing. The longer that you're social distancing, the longer that fear is going to get to you, the isolation, everything else. Your friends won't be able to see you because of social distancing. When I say about give and take, like this scenario, like push and pull, when I go back to the donkey part, right, the donkey, and let's say you want to say, get up donkey, I want to go. The donkey will not go. It's going to stay in one place. That's what a friendship is. It stays in one place. But the longer that you have to keep on social distancing, that place of your friendship will be just withered away, like going down into a stream. Okay, and it will be gone. The whole world has to believe about this whole entire dilemma that I'm saying here. Okay, I'm actually believing in this whole entire thing. Okay, because I'm like the head of the news. Like I'm like like a cheetah, inhuman. Okay, faster. The news is slow like a snail. It's slow, it's slow, it's slow, right? Because, okay, we as a whole entire nation and the world, for social distancing, okay, the friendship and the social distancing, you add that together. The long periods of time of this person and this person will want to say, hey, I want to meet up. Boom. Then they will see each other. But the long periods of time of social distancing, even if that person doesn't want to go anywhere, and they are focusing on public health orders, and they don't want to go, they don't want to stay, they hate it when they're at home, they're watching TV all the time, it's getting boring, you're playing cards against empty chairs, whatever it is, okay? That's funny. But there is a way that we can have communication, okay? We have to communicate. We have to cooperate with others. The longer that we cooperate, the longer our friendship will be. But if everyone's not cooperating, then the whole world is going to fail if we don't support this. The whole situation about the riots, the whole destruction, everything else that you listen on the news, everything else, we know who that is doing, okay? We know it is. But when we look at number 3 of 1, 2, and 3, this is how I'm actually helping a lot, right? Is imagery on the cross. And the cross is support your relative. Yes, support your relative. Support your auntie, support your uncle, support your grandparents, your great grandparents, everyone. Support your relative. Support everyone. Okay? Support everyone. Because in a way, We got this together. Okay? Now that's not only it. That's not. But number 12 of the numerology of everything from January to December, all through the zodiac signs. It says in my words, okay, from the world and escape surrounding evil influences. So which means I'm exactly going into the good situation, which means I'm staying positive as right as I am. Okay? We as a nation, we as the world, has to remember the church cross. Everyone has to believe that. Support the good Lord. We have to support him in any situation. Even if we're alone, even if we are not, whatever. We need that support. Everyone has to support by family, by generations, by younger generations, by older generations, by the grandparents' generation. Everybody has to support the good Lord, as in Jesus Christ. Is that good enough? Yes. Because yeah, that's all I can say is. All I can say. Believe. In God we trust. Believe in Jesus Christ. Everyone has to believe. The whole world has to believe. Before I let you all go, there's one thing that you have to learn. In order you succeed in life, in order that you will have victory. But if everyone has chaos, destruction, everything else that's going around them, that's the devil talking. Don't go down that road. Don't. Because in my theory, okay, everyone has to support one another, everyone. From a man, to a woman, to a grandparent, to every single person out there. That's why this is for me of helping everyone out when they are watching my videos. Because like I say, COVID-19 is exactly like the flu. Because I'm not afraid of the pandemic, but everyone has to escape surrounding evil around us. because in my theory, everyone needs friends. Everyone needs to kiss each other. Everyone needs to hug each other. Everyone has to have visits. Everyone has to be success. And we have to stay positive as much as we can. That's all I can say is. Okay. So if you like this video, please give it a like. If you want to follow me, please follow and subscribe to my channel. And yeah, in other words, in God we trust. That's all the words I can say. Thank you. Have a good day to everyone.